Very good evening to all of you. Warm welcome to the day 4. It's becoming like a cricket test match, right? Day 1, day 2, day 3. So day 4 of the Disha workshop, right? Our monthly meeting extended as Disha workshop. Yesterday, if you remember, right, we kind of totally went into the resume preparation topic. We saw quite a lot of points about how to write an impressive resume and things like that, right? So as always, I would like to understand what did you learn from yesterday. Can all of you tell one point? What was your learning yesterday? Major learning from yesterday. Can I listen from all of you? This room is little new. Let me try to settle better. Yeah, I think very nice. A lot of answers coming in. Resume preparation tips, what not to write in a resume, skill plus project is equal resume, right? What are the things not to write? Put something useful, as I said, many very important. Essential things have to be written in resume rather than copying and filling it. Yes, exactly. That's what I meant, right? Do's and don'ts. What you don't know, you don't show it off. Exactly, right? So whatever you know, you put. That way, it becomes very easy. And by now you realized, right, whatever you written in your college days, whatever ways in which you written your resume, more than 90% of the content, right, is basically not of useful. You written basically personal information, etc., hobbies. Those things are definitely not useful to the company. What they're looking for is the technical skills, and then can you demonstrate the technical skills in form of projects. That's what they're looking for, nothing else. Okay. And just be genuine, says Pradeep. That's a very, very powerful statement, even though it looks very simple. You don't need to fake anything. You don't need to basically make up any stories. So whatever you are doing, right, just be honest. Be it your era password, percentage, year gap, right? Why you scored less in class 10, or why you scored less in engineering, why you have backlogs, right? Those questions come, right? Just be genuine and tell the truth. That itself is a good, aspect of it, right? So we done that. And we after that we also moved on to the second phase, that is how to write a resume, right? We discussed how not to write a resume, then we moved on to how to write a resume. In that I opened up the templates, Emertxe template, and I ran through some of the sections. I think we stopped with the project section, right? So that's where we stopped. So what I do today, we'll continue the similar stream of discussion. So before I go back to the template, there are some slides are there which was part of resume workshop I do. I run through few slides because many of the points we already discussed. We don't need to anything. I don't see anything major new in the slides are there, but just for a completion point of view, right? We run few slides and then we go on to the template, right? Then we discuss about do's and don'ts in the template. Then we are done. Then we move to the interview preparation, how to face technical interviews and how to face HR interviews. Okay. So let me put it in the slideshow. Okay. So we started with resume preparation workshop yesterday. You see, right, the entire session yesterday to larger extent we spent in how not to write a resume. Okay. You already mentioned what and all not to put, right? Okay. So basically, what I also wanted to give the other angle I give people is that basically, when you see these logos, for example, when you see Flipkart, or when you see, Maggie, when you see, for example, Tata, right, and then Xerox, right, something comes to your mind, right? Because these brands or these logos have created a permanent impact in your mind. Okay, so many people can tell different answers, right? For example, Flipkart, known for e-commerce, right? Maggie means it's fast food, or for example, we even say college days, right? Hostel days, right? Tata means many brand, but one of the things that all of us will agree, anywhere there's a word called Tata comes, trust always comes into picture, right? There is anything Tata is doing, it is trustworthy, right? So similarly, Xerox means student life, photocopy, and often if you see, right, sometimes the brand becomes so popular that we started using the brand name with the product name. For example, we never say take a photocopy, right? We say take a Xerox. You see, Xerox is not a product. Xerox is a product. It's not a photo. It's not actually the the output, right? But whenever we say photocopy, we even use a word called Xerox. And similarly, anything in blue color, we say what? We say take the surf, So that way, sometimes what we see, the product kind of becomes so popular that anything that we see in that particular zone, we started seeing it as the product name itself, right? So what these logos are, right? These logos are nothing but brands. So what is this brand? Brand basically create a predefined information in your mind. It sends a very strong messages for your, for that particular brand identity, so that, right, whenever you need to make a choice, right? So you go to those brands. For example, you may not thinking about Tata brand today, but whenever you want to buy a car, right, definitely Tata will be one of the Tata cars will be one of the considerations for you, right? So you may not be, of course, it's festival time. Whenever you're ordering something, right, Flipkart is definitely in your mind, etc., etc., right? So what, cutting back to our thing, right? We saw basically resume is your marketing document, or resume is your sales document. We saw, or we can even say your resume is your brand, right? How in that, what differentiate or distinguishes one brand from another? Basically, similar way, you need to distinguish yourself from the other people in the job market, right? In a crowded job market, how are you going to differentiate yourself compared to your other people in the list? For even for that matter, yesterday there was one great question was asked. Today I will answer them. For example, people ask us, sir, even in resume, even in Emertxe, all the resumes will look similar. How do we differentiate? Right? I'll talk about it today. But before that, how you are going to differentiate yourself from the others? For example, time being, you consider you are a regular fresher, right? I mean, just passed out, or you do not have skills. Versus you've done the 6 months course in Emertxe, right? Now that I've shown you the resume template and other things, right? Assuming that you fill the template properly with good number of skills and projects, right? You will definitely able to differentiate yourself in the market. For example, I have Srinivas in the chat window, right? I'm having Arihan, right? I'm having Akifa, right? Then I have Hari Prasad, right? You see your resume 2 years back, or so you see your resume 6 months back, right? And after you do the course, you see your resume, right? You yourself, you say, oh my God, right? My resume will look like how I was explaining yesterday, right? Filled with passport number, Aadhaar number, father's name, mother's name, right? Now we knocked off everything. But look at how my resume looks. Whatever the company wants, only I'm having. There's no point. Yesterday you guys only told, right? There are, if in a product manual, if you put an information which is not relevant to the user, then anyone is not going to use it, right? So how are you going to differentiate in that, right? Your resume is a very important document where you will be able to differentiate, right? Then, as I already said, the resume reaches before the the resume reaches before the before you personally reach the company, right? So how you can communicate to the recruiter or the hiring manager that you are something special, right? And how to care somebody before even they see you. They're not seeing you first, right? They're seeing your resume first. Okay? So how are you going to do? That's where the resume becomes a brand. Okay? And then we saw, very important resume is like how it gets shortlisted and all. And we saw what are the important building blocks in a resume, and that's where we concluded. Many of you already put in the chat window. Many of you has put after I asked, right? Basically, the skills plus project is equal to resume, right? And you can see in the right side of this particular slide, right? This like, you can say, this is like a more of our childhood would have played this particular game, right? You can say building blocks or building set, right? Consider your resume is like that, right? You need to build it piece by piece, and you need to continue to build. It's not that, for example, you get a job first and then you stop, right? You continuously have to learn, continuously add more skills to yourself, right? And then continue to build your resume or build your profile, right? That is how you need to learn and grow as a part of your career. Okay. So this was we saw. Then we move to our template. As I said, in our template, basically, we got into all these points. Like, for example, what are the important aspects, how we designed it, right? And then finally we said, right, you need to keep it as an updated one as you finish more modules, etc. And finally, you need to understand that your resume is your brand. Okay. So these are some of the simple slides, and then we move on to, okay, there are a lot of template walkthrough that we are doing right yesterday. Then before that, then we'll come to the do's and don'ts, right? So let me exit now and go back to the template. Give me a minute. Let me open the template. As you can see, this is a template which yesterday I showed. Just a quick refresh, you can see what was there in the resume yesterday. We have a name of the student, and I mentioned contact detail is fine, and we mentioned how to write a career objective, work experience, right? Technical skills, various modules are there. How various modules, when you learn, you need to put it right, and then we stopped there, right? How to put it right. Then some more aspects are there. For example, people asked yesterday, sir, can you put some course which is relevant to me, right? Because as I mentioned, the basic electronics you need to study on your own. So sometimes it is good to put this coursework section in your resume and then say, right, these are all the modules. And please note, you need to put the modules which are related to embedded systems. For example, here I put in the sample template, right, microprocessor, digital electronics, right, digital signal processing, right. These modules are these subjects when you studied in college, they're somewhat related to embedded systems. Don't write, for example, mathematics 1, mathematics 2 or all, right, which is not related much, right. Probably for data science students, they can write, because data science, a lot of those mathematical models and equations we get used, right. But here you need to put modules or subjects which are related to embedded systems, right? And again, the same thumb rule goes: if you're not confident, don't put it. Okay? As I told you yesterday, we discussed and concluded skills and projects are in itself enough. Apart from that, your basic contact information, career objective, and then academic information. That is more than enough. These are I'm just giving you for your referencing. If you don't put it, that's fine. Right? Similar personal attributes, your strength, etc. Education very important, right? How you write. You start with your highest education qualification, the top. Here you can give an example of Emertxe. Right? Then I mentioned the university name. Sorry. So I also mentioned very important thing here about the percentage, right? Do not apply from, do not approximate anything. When it is in a percentage is 62.5, you need to mention that. And we also discussed how to convert a CGPA into the percentage. That is also we discussed, right? And very important, you need to mention that start year, end year very clearly. And if there is any delay, career break, gaps in between your career, or let's say you took more than 4 years to complete engineering because of back papers and all, you need to be ready with the answers. And as I already told you guys, only told me today morning, today in the beginning of the discussion, that be truthful. Tell the truth to the interviewer. That itself will do a whole lot of good to your selection. By doing all these things, right, the probability of you getting selected only goes high. Okay, so this is how you mentioned that. And some of you yesterday talked about the achievements, right? See, as I told you, I don't, I'm not telling don't put achievements, but put something which is significant. For example, here you can see some statements, right? Where these are all done by our students, right? I referred from them that only, right? So if your achievement is something like chairman of IEEE association in the college for a period of 1 year, right? Or I received a student enterprise award by being the being the best project contributor, right? Or I was the best outgoing. If you're working professionals, you got a award saying that you are the best outgoing student or best employee, etc., etc. Then you can mention. But time and again told, right? Many students will come and say, "Sir, aisa kuch main kiya nahi. I did not do anything of that sort in the past." Right? I'm a very simple guy. I spent my 21 years nothing doing much all those things. That's fine, no problem. But all I'm sharing here is like this is a type of achievement you should call out. Not saying that I attended this particular tech fest, I attended this kind of so and so workshop, etc., etc. Right? Okay. And whenever I talk about workshop, right, this line follow robot workshop is something which in college happens, right, from Tipu Sultan times, before even Britishers came, right? We've been doing this line follow robot workshop for more than Tipu Sultan times, right? Okay. So that and all we put in the resume. It doesn't add any value. Okay? So don't put such things. Something valuable you put. If you're not feeling anything valuable, you can put, just remove, no problem. You don't need to put the section, and then unnecessarily for filling the pages, you don't need to worry about. Okay. This is about contributions and achievement. Similarly, your hobbies, as I said, feel free. And I also discussed about the difference between hobby and a time pass, right? And certification also, I kept it, I not removed it, right? If you have it, you just put it. But time and again, I told you multiple times, we discussed yesterday and today, your hobbies, your extracurricular activities, your certifications, right? These things are not going to play any role in selection. How you are having your skill set built and how you are able to demonstrate that skill set using the project is the only aspect that's going to matter. Okay. So you see that majorly I'm only bothered about the skill section in the so far whatever we discussed. Rest all are fine. So now comes a very important section called projects. So project, as I said, right? Projects are testimony. Our projects are real proof that you really worked on that particular technology. Right? Because what happens, I can come and tell, I can just come and make a statement. You know what? I know C programming, right? Or I'm an expert in Linux programming. I am an expert in Python programming. Right? I can just come and tell. Anybody can come and tell anything. Anybody can come and tell anything. But what is the proof? Right? How do you prove that you're really an expert, or how do you prove that you're really good at C programming? Right? Only by doing projects and putting more projects in your resume. Right? So here, if you look at for our template, right, we divided into 3 categories. One is Emertxe projects, one is projects you've done in the college, and you've done anything in your work experience and internship, and right. I created categories. Right? If you see here, always highlight the project you did and which you've done in Emertxe, because that is what is going to very relevant for the recruiting company. Right? You can say project is Emertxe. Then let us say you can say project which you've done in your college is a part of your academic projects, right? Then you worked on some project like work experience or work internship, right? You can mention. So like that, first of all, categorize your project. People even ask me, sir, can you put hobby projects? You can put, right? But provided you are able to explain that. And my thumb rule goes for, so students will come and say, sir, I know Python, can you put it? No problem. I say, if they ask any questions in Python, can you answer? Are you confident about that? If you're confident, put it. If you're not confident, don't put it. It's as simple as that. Right? Now, if you see the project explanation, let us look at a little closer way of what is written in each of the project description. Right? If you see here, there's a project number here, project title here, right? Around 4 to 5 line of description here about the project. Right? Here, I'll also share you another document. Just after a few minutes, I'll also show you guys from where you can download the template. Not only this template, right? Basically, from where you can find the description of the project. Right? Every documentation is already available in your Emertxe website itself. I'll show you where you can download. Right? And then if you see this, right, it has also got this particular thing called the technologies used. Right? Yeah, this would be technology. If you see here, what are the technology I'm using? The embedded C file operations, pointers, bitwise operators, make files, command line arguments. Right? These are all the aspects I used in my technology side. Right? This way you're very clearly telling to the interviewer saying that, hey, these are all the things that I really use. Imagine rather than writing C in the bracket, you write basics, right? Where you are not confident of. Here you're openly going and telling, hey, this is all the what the technologies are, programming concept that I use, using which I was implementing this particular project. Okay, and kindly note these sections: project title, project brief, and technologies used. Right, this will be common for all the students in Emertxe, because yesterday somebody was asking me, right? So how do I differentiate among Emertxe students? I'm coming to that answer now, right? The project description, technologies used, or even for that matter, the title, everything will remain the same for all of you. Now, how do I going to differentiate myself from others, my own friend in Emertxe, right, or other batch person in Emertxe, right? How do I differentiate? Right? That is where we kept this particular section called learnings and challenges. So learnings and challenges is a section where you're going to tell to the interviewer or write in your resume saying that what are the bigger challenges, because no project is without challenge. I'm sure all of you have implemented one project, like at least a signography or something similar to that, right? When you went and implemented, right, you would have faced umpteen number of challenges. Challenges means what? Think about the situations where and all we are not able to proceed further. Did you have some doubt, or you are not getting the right side of output, etc., etc. That is nothing but a challenge. So what you need to write in the challenges and project is whatever you have faced, right? Whatever you face whenever you're implementing, you can write. So some examples are given there, right? For example, since it's a image technology project, understanding the pixels of the header image, right? Transforming the embedded information, face a challenge doing the bitwise operator. Whenever you face a challenge, that mention that particular challenge. And what did you learn from the challenge? How do you resolve that particular problem? And how you learn from the challenge, if you can mention, that would be really good. So this, kindly note, friends, even though all of you are doing the same project, in fact, while going the interview also, there can be some questions. Somebody may ask, hey, what all the resumes in Emertxe look same? All of you writing, LSB, image technography, all of them, writing the same set of project and things, right? They can very well say that. But your answer should be very simple whenever such questions are asked. You need to say the project is an individual project. Right? It's not a group project. It's not somebody, a set of team members, were working on it, right? Okay. So it is an individual project. That's the first answer. Second answer you should tell them is, right, my challenges are unique. Okay, my challenges are unique. So this is where you are going to differentiate. Whatever you are going to write in the key challenges and learnings, that is a section where you are going to differentiate between your own friend in Emertxe. So this is for students who asked me the question yesterday, right? So how do we differentiate between other students in Emertxe? I said you should do it in two ways. One, do more projects. And in the project, in the challenges and learning section, you mention something which you really, I learned it. So that is where you're going to differentiate. Because the other person, they might have got a different experience, right? I'm going to write about my experience using which I'm going to differentiate myself in the resume. And tomorrow in the interview also they can ask, hey, what in Emertxe everybody is showing the same, same type of resumes, right? Everybody's having the same template. Everybody's having the same project title. Also, what is this, right? Are you all brought a copy paste resume? You said no. Right? He said, please check my project challenges and learning section where I have documented all the unique challenges faced by me, not by my friend or not by my batchmate. So this way you can, not only represent more projects, but also differentiate yourself with respect to others. Then how many projects should I put, right? My recommendation is at least put 7 to 8 projects, right? At least 2 projects in C programming, 2 in data structures, right? 2 in, at least 1 in Linux internals, 1 in microcontrollers, right? Then 1 in embedded Linux or 2 in Linux internals, right? So basically 7 to 8 projects if you put, it will be really, really impressive. And in the past, friends, I'll tell you, right, we have students who implemented even up to 12 to 15 projects on their own, right? 12 to 15 projects on their own. So this way, you'll be able to figure it out, basically, right? How to build a more project and how we are going to represent in the resume, right? And when you write 7 to 8 pages, right, aramse you'll be able to fill 2 pages. You will not have tension. Sir, how do we feel? Like yesterday when we were talking, right? What was your biggest worry? Your biggest worry was, sir, how do we fill my 4 pages, sir? How do we fill? That's why I wrote so many: passport number, Aadhaar number, right? You don't need to worry. So the more projects that you add, it is going to add more value to yourself. And it may also happen that when you're writing like 7 or 8 projects, it may even go for 3 pages. That is absolutely fine. And I have a student in Emertxe who done 12 projects. Let me repeat, he's done 12 projects. We have students like that. So the more projects that you put, the more impressive the interview is going to be. Your selection process also going to, selection probability also is going to increase. In the similar lines, you can put your academic project, right? You have to put your academic projects, even though, as I mentioned, some of you might have purchased your academic projects by some project center. Anyway, that also in Emertxe, we strongly recommend not to do that. But in case you've done, due to some reasons in the past, what I suggest is you take the project documentation, because the guy who's implemented the project would have given the necessary PPT or a documentation, right? Just go through the documentation, study once again, and get yourself familiar with your final year project. You have to put, right? In the similar lines, anything about your work experience, anything about your internship, whatever you've done, okay, where you've done some good project work, you can mention here in the academic projects. And then niche, if you see, right, work experience or an internship project. So wherever you go, you have to first of all focus on skill building, whatever I want to learn, etc. First step. Second step is, how do I announce the world, or how do I let somebody know that I know this technology well, is by building many number of projects, right? And as I already told you, in Emertxe we have students who build 12 to 15 projects as a part of their resume. Okay. They did not have any extra, what you call, hands or legs. They were like very much similar like you guys, right? But they took a lot of interest, and they believed that by working in a more number of projects will help me in getting into a much better placements. And many students still ask me, sir, how to crack that Qualcomm interview? How we can do this? How we can do that? Right? We can nothing. Very simple. You do. Right? You just keep on working more projects. That itself will take care. And when you work sincerely. Don't copy paste. When I say it should happen, people just copy paste their code, because you guys have more sources, right? Because we do the similar type of projects every time, right? Somebody will copy paste and say, I done more projects. That's not ideal. You need to implement. And by the way, if you copy pasted or you will not implement a project on your own, the interviewer can figure it out in few minutes itself. It's not at all difficult task. Just like that, they can figure it out. Okay. And if you see, that's it, right? If you see no other information here, no other number, no PAN number, license card, etc., right? Your resume ends here. So what we say, for example, right? You can see here, Upper, you can put your name just next to your name. You can also put your email ID and phone number. That is more than enough. So whatever yesterday I mentioned, skills plus project resume, Can you see that the template also reflects that? Okay, is it fine? Are you able to relate to the correction, whatever I said? Skills plus project resume, yesterday we discussed, right? That's what we are implementing in this particular template. Are you getting my point? Can you get some responses? Okay, yeah, great. Okay, so now what we will do, this is a template. I will just show you where you can get this template, right? How you can make use of them. Very simple. You just need to go to, emertxe.com. Okay, just note down this link, emertxe.com/embedded-systems. So here we put the entire course material on it for free, even if you feel that it can be helpful for any of your friends. Right? Of course, the similar information is available in LMS also for you guys because you're already part of the course, right? Suppose if some of your friends want to learn embedded systems or they want to get started with hands-on coding, right? This is a great, resource library. You just go there and see, right? Here you can see, all the modules, right? Advanced data structures, Linux internals, right? All the module, information is here. Under that, all the materials are there. For example, if you go to C programming and click on industry projects, right? It will give you a set of projects, right? People think in C programming we have only one project. No, right? We at least I think we have 5 projects, right? You can see LSB, image iconography, address book, MP3 tag reader, lexical analyzer, source to HTML, right? These many projects are there. And if you just click here, it will take you to the project, requirement page where what the project should implement, what is the output kind of a thing, right? So everything is here. You can see here. Okay, all the information related to the project is given here. When you click on this, so this is already there. You can just refer to this, and then you can fill up any information from these pages, right? One. Second thing is if you come down, right, in the same page, not on the material. Okay, let me just go to the home page of resource library. When you come down here, you can see all the modules there, right? Then you have IoT modules, all the modules. Then Disha career resources. You can see here, guys. You need to refer here. You can see the Disha section there, and there's a section of resume workshop, right? Say you can say, right, resume template is there, skills and projects are there. Suppose if you click the skills and project document, right, all the project documentation will be there. Right? I mentioned the skill. How do we mention the skill, right? That is also there. All the project brief and the technology used is there. But please note here, I have not filled the challenges faced, because challenges faced you need to write on your own. Right? And when you talk about challenges writing, right, just think about what exactly practically where and all you got stuck. That itself will give you a good number of challenges. And write in a very simple way. Forming sentences today not a big deal. You can even use ChatGPT or Pillbot just to frame your sentences better. Write in a simple word, that itself is more than enough. Okay. So the template is here. You can feel free to download this template. If you just go here, the sample resume is there, right? If you click here, it will download your template. Whatever template I just shown you, same template is available in the internet also, or in our library. You can just go through that same template. Okay, very well, make use of it. So that's about your resume building. Now what we'll do, we'll come back to the slides and then discuss about the do's and don'ts of a resume. We come back to the slide. Yeah. Okay. So let us understand the do's and don'ts of a resume. So what are the do's? Basically, spend time in building it. I think I iterated multiple times as a part of this workshop. Students write resume only when they have an interview, or tomorrow morning there's an interview or placement team is asking you to send the resume urgently, right? Don't do that. As and when you start, or even about to start for the placement eligibility test, you can start, building it and spend quality time. Okay. Then second point is project yourself properly, right? You don't need to feel inferior or you don't need to feel superior. Just project yourself. Whatever you learned in Emertxe, whatever the project that you worked on, explain it in a very simple but understandable manner. It is more than enough. Okay. Third one, bring out differentiating factors. I already told you one of the great way to bring out differentiation factor is write something different in your project challenges and learning section, because that will be unique to you. Not everybody is facing the challenge, right? That way you can differentiate yourself from others in the job market. So highlight skills, projects, and contributions. That's what they're expecting. Nothing else. For example, your extracurricular activities, permanent address, temporary address, right? Absolutely not required. Optimize it. I say, student, the size of the resume, right? At least I would say you can go up to 4 to 5 pages. Nothing wrong in it, right? At least when you put 7 to 8 pages, definitely cross 4 pages, I guess, right? Go for even 4 to 5 pages also. That's fine. Okay, nobody's going to scold you because of this. So convey your passion for interest, interest in embedded domain. Yesterday I already told you, for students who have quit your job or they have taken a career break, but after the career break they come and join Emertxe to build their embedded skill set, right? So for you, as I already told you yesterday, you already have a story to sell to the companies. What is the story? I was not satisfied with my job, or I just wanted to get into core technology. That is what I come here and learn this particular course in Emertxe. That itself will send a very good signal about you to the recruiting company, saying, hey, look, this guy is interested in learning. This guy is interested in upskilling himself. He's not getting saturated saying that, hey, in the core company did not come to a campus or it's a recession. No, he's already taken a first step to improve his skill set. And believe me, if a skill set is in an improved state or skill set levels are high, any company will hire you, and also they'll be ready to pay you any amount of salary. Often student asked me yesterday also, or I think first or second day somebody asked me, right? So what about the salary levels, sir? Okay. If your skill levels are high, definitely salary levels also will be very high. Okay. That's a simple answer, right? Then what happens? Very important things are very small, okay, but very important thing. For example, about the need formatting. Because I see students, they download the template from different places, right? The fonts will be of haywire. For example, 2 line will be Tahoma, 3 line will be Times New Roman. That is, the size will not be uniform. They will not have given enough space in between the paragraphs, right? Color, none of the color or branding element will not be there, etc., etc., right? If you see the template that I shown, it takes care of all these aspects, right? So formatting plays a very, very important role in terms of resume, no spelling mistake, etc., right? And this already we discussed. Call it the continuity. Wherever you are joining a particular year, leaving a particular year, mention the actual data. And they ask why there is a delay. You need to be tell with the honest answers. No need to cook up anything. No need to write any unnecessary dasta. Right? Tell the truth. The I will understand. And be accurate with the data. I think this also we discussed. The 6.95 means it is 6.95. It's not 70. Right? So do not put any approximate data and get caught. Give the accurate data so that the company also will be able to easily select you. The last one, as I already told you, whenever you're answering something, you answer it in such a way that the interviewer get interested in you, and then they question you in a similar direction. For example, if they ask, what is a static variable? If you start explaining, right, static variables are stored in data segment. The static variable will have a default value of 0, right? The lifetime of a static variable is as long as the block is alive. If you answer like that, what happens? Then you are giving so many new keywords to the interviewer. He will be hearing things like, for example, data segment, stack segment. Then he may start asking questions like that. Can you explain me various segments in a memory segment, right? What each of them would do, right? So that way you are inviting the interviewer into your zone where you know the answers already. So this also increases your place, probability of getting selected in a particular company. And kindly note, friends, the longer the duration of the interview, your probability of getting selected in a particular company also goes high. Okay. Because some students will come and tell to me in the past, right, sir, I finished the interview in 15 minutes. So why the interviewer has finished in 15 minutes? Because he did not find it interesting. He's not able to build a conversation beyond 15 minutes. As simple as that. Okay. So that way, talking in a precise manner is really going to be very, very helpful for you. Okay. Okay, like yourself, as I said, you have done this course, you need to feel passionate about your goal and you need to be passionate about your domain, right? So you can project all these things, right? So what are the don'ts in the resume? Many times I see students do such silly mistakes. For example, spelling mistakes, formatting errors, right? Improper naming properties of the file, etc. Right? Cluttered information, they're not representing. If you see our resume, right, it looks very simple but very neat. Right? Nowhere we are unnecessarily adding some lines or making it a little difficult to read for the companies. We are making it very easy to read for the companies by having this particular template. Okay? And I already told you, don't have ambiguous email IDs. Don't come and suppose your name is Naveen, you may have a Gmail ID called naveenthetiger@gmail.com. Right? There used to be one girl called Shalini. She used to have a Gmail ID called Shalini the Sweetie at gmail.com. Don't put such email IDs in your resume. Put something which looks professional. And some people would have created a resume like, for example, Ram, resume, underscore 1749, right? 238, 75 dot doc, right? Who will remember that number? Right? So ensure that you make your resume naming also very simple, very easy to understand, so that it becomes very easy for you as you move forward, right? So do not write, for example, things like obvious things like MS Word. Somebody was talking about Excel PPT. No, and then don't hide any information. Era passouts, right? We already discussed yesterday. And in Emertxe side, we definitely won't encourage fake experience or any other projects with a fake, right? You have to work on it, and then whatever you work on it in a genuine fashion, if you project it, then definitely it's going to help you, right? Because people think that I'll be telling some lie, or I'll be doing something and I somehow get rid of it, right? Not possible, right? The interviewer will be able to figure it out in the very 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. So don't do that. In Emertxe side, we strongly discourage, because sometimes you may hear that some student put some fake experience, they got selected in a company and all, right. Kindly note, it will not help you in the long run. Don't do that. A copy paste from friend and colleague, definitely not advisable. Okay, keeping it outdated, because every month, whenever, at least when you're doing course in Emertxe, you are learning new modules and you are learning new skills. Keep the resume updated. Okay, that's going to be very, very useful. And last but not the least, making too long or too short. Because yesterday some students were asking me that, sir, is it okay if I make a one-page resume? Because in some countries, for example, countries like Germany and all, right, they have one-page resume. I've seen many students, right? Okay, but in Indian context, that was an entry-level engineer. If you have it around 2 to 3 pages, it's fine. Okay, so I would recommend that at least 2 to 3 pages you should be able to write. And in that, as I already discussed from the beginning, you're going to only talk about skills plus project only. Okay, that way, you need to work on more projects, then you'll be able to at least fill the 2 or 3 pages. Okay, so that's about your resume, resume template. Yeah. So last but not least, I think this also we discussed multiple times. Not able to justify each and every point in the resume. As I already told you, if you're not confident of something, don't put it, right? Don't put it. If you're not confident, sir, I learned Python, but I don't remember Python, don't put it, right? Rather refresh yourself in Python once again. If you're confident, then go and put it. Okay. So that's about, resume, right? Resume building, resume, do's and don'ts, resume and other things, right? So this is what, I would like to say, sorry, this way about resume preparation. Okay. Generally, I ran quiz during the pandemic time, but maybe we'll make it like a Q&A here. So let me check. I think some questions have come up. Let me also see the questions. Okay. Yeah, let me answer some of the questions here. So Banu Prakash asking, sir, skills learned from the previous company should we add, even though it is not related to embedded systems? I suggest no. Okay, you don't need to add. But in the bottom right, when you're mentioning the project that you work, so project whatever you worked in the previous company, you should mention. I already told you, right? Okay. In that you can mention about the skills a little bit, but not in the main section. As I already said, in the main section, highlight the embedded skill set. Okay, not your other company skill set. Okay. Hope this is fine, Banu. So how long should be the resume? Because somebody told me it shouldn't be more than a page. Asking, as I said, no, Mubashir Mistri. Right, as I already told, in Indian context, 2 to 3 pages are fine. So ensure that you are in that particular range. Just a minute, guys. I'm sitting in a different room today because other room got busy. Right? Lights also little not okay. 1 second. Let me also check the light can be turned on so that my face looks more. I turned on one more light. My face should be a little bit more visible, I guess now. Okay. All right. So okay. So in achievement section, ask Abhishek Chavan. So in achievement section, can you write sports achievement? Yes, you can write. Okay, sports, anything that you've done, you can write. Not a problem. Okay. Mahadev Lokande is asking maximum number of projects we can add, as many as you can. Okay, you can go up to 15, as I already told, right? Some of the students done 15 projects, and they achieve great because of these things. They can do that. Okay. College projects, it is mandatory to add, yes. Okay, because companies do expect. Some companies even ask questions, even though they ask questions about immersive projects, right? They'll also ask questions about the college projects. So we need to do that, right? Okay. I think similar question from Lokande, need to add academic graduation, right? It was very long when we have passed. It's been very long when we passed out. Do we need to put in also, says Saujanya? Yes, it's okay. Please put. Don't hide. That's what my principle or our Emertxe principle has always been: be transparent, be open. It's okay. Okay. Nobody's going to kindly note, right? See, if you passed out in the years back, right? I don't know which year you passed out, right? It is not a matter of shame. Right? It's okay. You are resuming your career or you're out of your mainstream job, whatever could be the reason, right? It's not a matter of shame, right? So you go and put it, no issues, right? Okay. It's okay. It's fine to have 4 to 5 pages. That's fine. Okay. So in the resume, do you have to mention Emertxe logo? That I given it as a recommendation because Emertxe, see, by putting Emertxe logo, if you're gaining some mileage, gain. That's all. Okay. But if you want to remove, no problem. See, again, this template, guys, this is just a recommendation from our side. No, it is. See, ideally, if you ask me, right, when you said Emertxe, sorry, resume is your brand, right? I should not be giving a template. You should be in a position to build your own resume. But unfortunately, sometimes it's not feasible. That's why I'm giving you a template as recommendation, right? You feel free to modify, change the colors, whatever you wanted to do it. It's your product. Imagine, right? You decide what is important in your product, go with it, no problem. Okay. Fresher resume is not more than 1 pages. Only experienced person resume can be, more than 1 page. Nothing like that. Right? That's the experience, anyways. Different thing. As I said, for our side, 2 to 3 pages is what you should have. No issues. Okay, so can you share me where the ECIP resume is implemented? Swapnil has. Okay. I think ECIP I have not uploaded in that link, whichever the website link. Let me see how I can share it with you. Swapnil, is IoT students, right? The link is not there in the website, whatever I shown you, but I have the template which I showed you guys yesterday, right? I'll see whether I think I will either upload in the LMS, right? I think that would be easy for you guys, right? More than the website. I think I'll upload in the LMS. Right? I'll ask my team to upload in the LMS and then share the link. You can download from there. Okay. Probably in the mail today when we send, right? We'll give the links. ECIP template resume download here. ECEP, right? Template download here. We'll give the links. Okay. Anyways, I'll take down. No, it's not an issue. Okay. Okay. Then Saujanya, I think I answered your question. Sheshasa is asking, please provide a recording of Disha workshop. It will reach you. As I said, today we are on the 4th day. Our team will put it in. Next week you will get them. All the sessions, monthly meeting, right? We've started off as a monthly meeting, right? Entire video will be given to you. Okay. Saurabh is asking, sir, is it okay to mention the activities like NSS, NCC if one contributed and for more than a year? You can mention. See, Saurabh, I'm telling you, your sports achievements, certifications, right? NSS, NCC. I don't mind. As I said, I'm not against all these things. But kindly note, okay, just a minute, guys. Oh, this room. People switched off the light again. Give me a minute. Shani, light went up here. Light. Yeah, I need this. Sorry, guys. Some logistical things, right? They switched off this light. Okay. All right, so I'm having my tea late today, a lot of meetings. So another question from Shubham. Sir, I completed the course and I want to do more projects. How can I do it, sir? So we have completed the course. I want to do, okay. So you can do it again, the documents are available, but I'm not sure whether mentors will be able to help you. Right? Download the document, you can, build on your own. You should be able to, because you completed all the modules, right? You should do. Okay. Then Lakshmi Narsimha Rao is asking, I am 2022 pass out batch. I have to mention the college project in your resume. See, all of you, please mention the college project, right? That you are 22, even you are from older batch, right? Don't miss mentioning them. Please mention in your resume. Okay. How important colors of text and template in the resume? Thiru Sabarism, yeah, Thiru is asking. So Thiru, that is a recommendation, let me tell you, right? That colors, but it's up to you, right? Just I made it look like little attractive. I brought in some colors, right? That's all. Okay. Academic project not related to embed, that's fine, no problem. See what they wanted to do. You see, let me explain a little detail. Why they ask about academic project, right? All of a sudden you've done the course, even if you're working professional, right? Sometimes they may ask, hey, what did you do in your final project? Somebody may curious, right? They wanted to check how you're consistent is being in terms of learning, right? So that's why I told you, right? Some of you might have purchased the project in your final year, right? From project center or something like that, right? Which is not a good practice, but some of you would have done it, right? So they wanted to check whether you've done in your college time itself. Very curious to learn or not, right? They just give some idea. That's all. Okay. They're not going to even when it's related. For example, you are a mechanical engineer, right? We give admission for all the branches, right? How does it going to matter? Your mechanical project. Don't go see like that, right? Whenever you do some project, you learn something, right? So they wanted to check: are you a person who continue to learn from your college? Have you done the project? Maybe they'll ask, what did you do in a college project, right? Who are the guide, right? How many team members were there? What are the challenges that they faced? They may ask, just to see to it that how are you being a continuous learner from the college, right? Just to check those aspects. That's all, right? So whether it's related or not related, that's why I'm telling you. Many of you are asking not to put the college project because you might have purchased from the project center or you don't remember anything project center, right? Don't worry. Go and put it, and at least study the requirement specification of the document. And whatever the project report, I'm sure all of you would have some project report or project PPT. Just refresh that. That should be good enough. Okay. Then Saujanya is asking, sir, do we get a chance to negotiate the salary? I think this question also we already clarified. If you're a fresher, the answer is no. Okay, whatever is put in, right? But you have some experience, you try to negotiate. We don't mind. If a project, project is not related to a course, then I think Swapnil, I just clarified. Please still go and put it. Okay. Session-2 is asking, so I did my project, but I forgot all the code. What I did and all, reduce my qualification for the job. As I already told it, they will not ask you to write a college project code. Don't worry about it, right? In your college code, source code you write, right? They'll ask you some requirement. What did you do, right? That's what I'm telling you. At least you will have your, see, I still have my college project report, right? It's been 23 years. Once in a while, it's just a blue color report, right? Once in a while, I boast to my family, hey, this is what I did, 23 years, 22 years back in my college. I still have it. I'm sure all of you will have, right? In those days, not soft copy, more hard copy, right? Just, I'm sure when you presented your guide, you would have made a PPT. Just refer that, refresh that. That is good enough. Nobody is going to ask you source code. Don't worry about that, right? Source code, if they ask, they will ask based on what you learned in our course. C programming, definitely they'll ask, right? But not a college project, okay? Recorded session is available in LMS, Charan. We'll put it in LMS also, Charan. We'll also send you the via the email also. Okay, we'll do both Disha workshop videos, right? So is it fine to have 4 to 5 pages of resume as a freshers? Ask Vaishnavi, right? It is fine. For example, as I told, right, some of the students have worked on 12 projects, 15 projects. Their resume went into 4 or 5 pages, right? It's okay. You're not writing, as I told you, you're not writing blood group and passport number, Aadhaar number, right? You're writing relevant information. In fact, the interview will be very impressed if you show such a great set of projects in your resume. Okay. Then Sarfraz is asking, sir, my 10th and 12th percentage is less than 60. What should I do? You cannot do anything else. You can't do anything. You can't go back and write your 10th exam, 12th exam once again, right? You can't do anything. Just mention whatever it is. And time and again, I told you, right? Around 70%, even last this meeting also, I just show in this Excel sheet, right? Around 70% of the companies are still recruiting for any year of password and any percentage, right? And very few companies are bothered about 10, 12, percentages, right? So you have so many opportunities and apply. That's fine. Okay. What is the recommended font? Okay, Nagesh is asking. Good question. See, Nagesh, there's nothing from my side. If you ask me, right? Let me show you this template. Where is the template? Nice question. I really happy that somebody asked this, right? Because this question I really appreciate, Nagesh, because you're really particular which font is recommended, right? Let me just show you. Give me a minute. Where is the template? Yeah. So for if you see this template, whatever I given you guys, right? We use this form called Trebuchet MS font. Okay, because I'm really a fond of fonts, you can say, right? Fond of fonts, right? So Trebuchet MA, why we given is Trebuchet MA is a recommended font for Emertxe. Right? When we came with this branding thing, right? These colors, logo, everything, right? The guy who came up with the branding guideline, he said use Trebuchet. Okay, because of some reason, the spacing, there's a monospace, sans serif, there's some science behind the font, right? But what I suggest is you can stick to Trebuchet, whatever I've given you. Apart from that, if you want to go for Calibri. Calibri is a pretty good font. Tahoma is a good font, right? Because Times New Roman and Arial is something where everybody uses, right? I would say you avoid that, because at least some uniqueness should be there in your resume, right? So pick up either Times New Roman, not Times New Roman, Arial. Go for Trebuchet. If not, go for Tahoma or Calibri. Okay, these three fonts I would recommend. Okay, in fact, I recommend one more font called Open Sans. Open Sans. Which I really love, but unfortunately that font is not there in Microsoft Office by default. You need to install it. Sometimes that font is not available in the interviewer's PC, right? It may look different at all, right? Recently a font has come called Open Sans, beautiful one. Okay, I really love the Open Sans font, right? But you need to install that font. But I don't get it too much engine, right? Calibri, Tahoma is what I recommend. Okay, between them I recommend Calibri. Calibri is another favorite font of mine. Okay, good. I'm happy with such questions, Nagesh. Okay, moving on. Okay, there are some questions. Uma Mahesh is asking, sir, if my career is seriously due to a personal family problem, should I be frank in telling that, sir? The reason so valuable, sir? Can I explain the team, right? So see, you can see this question, Uma Mahesh. This will come in the later point in time. Kindly note, guys. Anything related to your year gap, percentage issues, right, or even for that matter, your education continuity issues, etc., etc. Right? It will not come in a technical interview. The technical guy, when he comes, he strictly talk about your coding skills and right. It will come in the later point in time. One. Okay. Second thing, when the question is being asked, right, just tell the truth. Okay, I've been telling the same thing. Whether your career is having an issue due to family problem, just say family problem. That's enough. Okay, whatever may be the truth, you tell them. That's fine. Okay, but don't use it as an emotional weapon. That's what I told yesterday, right? Suppose somebody is asking C programming, you're not able to answer. Say, for example, right? Don't give the person in fact, I think I told you guys. Anyways, the interview prep today will start, right? How not to do an interview. Long time back, one of my earlier days of HP, I was interviewing one person, right? That person did not answer the technical questions properly. I was not happy, right? Then suddenly he started telling, like, sir, my family, my father took a loan, and then my father could not repay the loan. We are in a major financial crisis. The loan guy is coming and knocking our door. He's sending gundas to our house. So he's threatening my family. If I don't get this particular, please give me this job. If you don't give me this job, our entire family will commit suicide and all those things, right? Don't do that. That's what I'm saying, right? Whatever may the personal thing, let it be there, but don't use it as a weapon or don't use a substitute for your not proving your capability, right? Okay, that is not, that is, the generally don't like it. Nobody likes it. Okay? If the question is asked, mention it lightly and then leave it. Don't go, not tell all, long. See, I'm not, what I'm saying, Uma Mahesh, I'm not discouraging, I'm not discounting your personal problem. Please note, right? I'm not reducing the seriousness. Everybody's go through a lot. Okay? I'm not, even I go through a lot. Everybody's gone through a lot, right? But I'm not telling the, reducing the importance of the problem. But all I'm saying is, interview is not the place. Interview is not the place to express your emotions too much. Entry means buyer seller, right? Okay, suppose, imagine, right, you are going to a shop, buyer seller. Okay, if you go to a shop and you want to buy something, right, the seller is telling, you know what, today suppose you're going to a vegetable shop, right? Okay, you see the vegetables are not fresh. You ask the vegetable seller why it's not fresh. Suppose he tells, you know what, sir, Bangalore, it's continuously raining, because of which I'm not able to get the fresh vegetables. Or you tell, you know what, sir, I don't have money. My money is getting locked up, so I need to sell these old vegetables. Then only I'll buy the. Will you buy from the vegetable vendor? No, no. You'll go to a shop wherever there's a fresh, better price. No, same thing then. So do not use your technical incapability. Do not use your technical incompetence or your non-performance. You don't try to equate with emotional stories. That is what some of you tend to do. Right? That's why in interviews, right, I don't get into that personal side at all, right? You ask them what is your father is doing, mother, just to make the candidate comfortable. As I told, right, hobbies, yesterday I was telling, right, I generally pick up, especially when I'm interviewing a fresh engineer, right, especially campus recruitment, right, I see the hobby section. Okay, all right, I pick up something, the what do you call there, some achievement they put. I'm a dancer, somebody will say, right? So I'm I'm coming. So I just start those question answers just to make the candidate comfortable. As I told you in the beginning, right? One of the first lesson my mentors taught me when I was taking interview, make the candidate comfortable, right? So for that, I'll ask them some questions. Hey, dancer, which dance you will play, right? How did you learn the dancing? Who was your guru, right? When was your first Arangetram? Somebody didn't know Bharatanatyam. When was your first Arangetram? How was it, right? Like, what is the level of? Or somebody written, let us saying, I'm into, let us say, boxing. I say, oh, what is the boxing? Just to make them comfortable, they ask. Personal level, somebody says, my father is some so and so. Then they introduce, right? Oh, is it? Somebody say, my father is a politician. Somebody may say, oh, which party? Like, just to make it comfortable. That's all. But I don't go too much into the personal side, because when I'm considering, kindly note, right, I'm hiring you to recruit to perform in my team, right? I'm kindly note that. On the contrary, I'm telling you time and again, I told multiple times, right? The guy who is really facing the personal problem, right? He will take it as a challenge and he'll come out stronger, right? You'll take it as a challenge and come out stronger. Okay. So, we hear stories of Virat Kohli, right? On the day when his father died, right? He went and, you are an overnight batsman. That's not out, right? Next day he came and batted. Imagine the kind of, so the challenge, he took it as, that particular situation, took it as a challenge. That is what makes him as a champion today, right? And similarly, what happened, right? If you remember years back, right? Sachin Tendulkar's father passed away. He came here, India. Next match, he was back, Kenya, and he scored a century in that match. He was, his eyes were swollen. He could not sleep. He was crying. He was having cooling glass, right? That is what makes them champion. So my point is, don't get too much emotional stories, right? People talk about, I'm from older batch, of passed out, career break and all. Explain karo. Evaluate me. Prove, tell the other story. Now question me in embedded. I'm there. I worked on Emertxe. I studied so many courses. Show them the skill set. Show them the merit. Only by showing that, right? Suppose Virat Kohli comes and tells something today, right? You know what? My father died. I could not bat, right? What you say? As a human being, you will feel a little bit, oh, sorry, boy. But end of the day, why we are regarding him as a champion? Because he's producing run. Even at the age of 35 and his birthday, he's scoring 49th century, right? It's all about performance. Companies are hiring for performance. Emotions, you can show it to your family and your friends, not to interviewer. Why I'm spending more time in this section was because sometimes, many times, you see people talk a lot of emotion in interviews. Anyways, we are interviewing, we're getting into interviewing zone also, right? So that's the reason. Okay. Kindly share YouTube channel link. Okay, we'll send the link, don't worry. Okay. Uma Mahesh, hope that's clear. So it's okay to mention hacker rank and lead code profile. You can mention Chetan. We done some problem statement, right? I'm telling your lead code, hacker rank, your GitHub. If you done some source code, if you done the repository as I mentioned, it's good. Okay. Tanya is asking, as a fresher, how many projects should I add? I have 3 college projects on journal paper this year based on my final year project. And in Emertxe, I have done 3 projects, 1 more remaining. How many I can add, sir? And you told not to make it more than 1 page. No, Tanya, I'm not telling that. I think you understood Ulta. I never said no more than 1 page. I'm telling make it even 3-4 pages. For example, in your case, you're telling 3 college project, let us say 1 project emerging project, like 4 emerging project, 4 plus 3, 7. Mention all the 7. Okay, mention all the 7. I'd say do more in Emertxe, make it into 10, 12. Okay, it's okay, 4 pages, no problem. Okay, I think you understood Ulta. It's okay. Please go ahead and mention all of them. Okay. All right, going back to my first theory, right? If your product has got a unique feature, which will win you in the because of which your customer will buy, would you mention or not? You'll mention, no, right? You're making this particular remote control, right? But wonderful remote control. Some new features are there. Would you mention or you have to mention? You are a seller. I would say projects are one of the most important selling points. Take my words. Projects are one of the most important selling points. Your extracurricular activity is not. Your certifications are not. Your academics are not, to some extent. Your projects are the most important selling point. That's what I'm beating. No, skills plus project is equal to resume. Skills plus project is by. I'm doing that, right? That's what it is, right? Okay. Then sir, we are offline batch. Okay. Okay, sorry. So before this, is there a chance to do freelancing jobs through embedded? Pradeep, it is little hard compared to other domains. For example, if you're working on graphic design, web development, all is easy to do. Embedded, doing a freelancing, it is little hard because you can't work from home. Because you're hardware dependent, right? So you need to go to the office. But yeah, you can be a consultant, independent consultant, consulting multiple companies. I know some of them are very, very senior people. He's like, I think 30-35 years experience guy. He consults for 3-4 companies, and he goes and works with Intel, Infineon. I think Infineon is Intel, right? A couple of companies in Chennai. He goes and consults. You can be, but not from work from home, because of the hardware dependency, right? But you are a web developer, graphic designer, you can do, not a problem. You can create profiles and all, you can do that. So Abhishek is asking, so we have offline batch class from 3 to 7. We are missing some placement meeting. I understand, Abhishek, okay, where you are coming from. I tried all permutation combinations, right? I even tried Saturdays and Sundays also. Then Saturday, Sunday, people say, sir, only one day I get a break. That day also I keep meeting one, right? I know. So I have, I need to stick to this 5 to 7. In case if you're missing some meetings, I recommend that you guys look into the the recorded videos. And another thing which I wanted to just talk about is like going forward. In fact, I was in the meeting just before this class. This is again today got a few minutes I late to connect to the webinar, right? So what we are going to do from very shortly, we'll announce the announcement, right? We understand because our student numbers also become lot. And I am also flooded with responsibilities, right? Once in a month, Disha is also not enough, right? Sorry, once in 3 months, Disha is not also enough, right? So what we're thinking, Abhishek and all of you, please listen to this carefully. Okay, I also want to get your quick feedback. What we're thinking is like this, right? The moment any batch becomes eligible, right? Any batch becomes eligible, right? What eligibility is, eligibility test, then the mock interview, everything, right? The moment you become eligible, placement eligibility happens, right? We will conduct a series of workshops there itself, and that will be batch specific workshop. It's not like now if you say monthly meeting, I'm calling all the batches, online, offline, IoT, my evening batch, everybody. It's like a open forum, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to further debate because the student volume has become more, and also these challenges what Abhishek is telling is very genuine, right? Many of them could not attend because they're in the class now, right? And if you bunk the class mentor will ask, why are you not coming? Our student success will come wherever you, right? So, and especially if you're missing for 4-5 days, right? So we're going to make it batch specific. 2 things we are going to do. One, we are going to do a placement induction class, right? Because many people, when you explain in the course index, right? Placement is a small portion. Some of you don't attend the induction class because you took the admission a little late or you have forgotten. So we're going to do a placement induction. Point number 1. Point number 2, we are going to conduct a Disha workshop. This resume preparation, interview preparation, right? So we're going to conduct is a batch wise. We are going to conduct. And in the resume preparation workshop, what we will do, if you're an offline, online also we are figuring out a way, offline, right? We are making the students sit there itself right? Give the template there itself, fill it there itself. So by the end you come out, you have your resume ready, right? Our placement team is going to do that. I in the initial workshops now I'll also be part of it, right? So this is one thing that we are working on to ensure that we reach out to us, and also we'll formally introduce our placement team, who is who, right? You can reach out to us much more and all. So we are going to do that. So with that, I'm pretty sure, right, this will get addressed very soon. We'll start doing that. We are kind of almost ready, okay, Abhishek, to address your questions. So that will help, no, guys, if you make it batch specific, right, rather than if you're an evening batch. So time we'll figure it out depending on your convenience, right? Batch, if I'm addressing only one batch, then working out becomes easy, right? Then we can discuss with the mentors also, and then we can buy in some time, or whichever timing it will work it out, right? Hope that will make sense, right, guys? Can I get some quick response? What is your opinion on this approach? Excellent decision, sir, says Saheli. That will help a lot, says Tanya, right? We'll come to you. Okay, great. Okay, thanks, Abhishek. Others, okay. All right, let me go back. Few more questions are there. Oh, quite a lot of questions are there. Wow, so many questions are there. Okay. Okay. Then if there is no certification for sports achievement, extra other thing, then shall I put Nagesh, you can put nobody's going to ask certificate for your extracurricular activities, right? Just explain that, that's enough. Okay. College project based on embedded system, then I think I already explained that. So what kind of details I had to put in a project? I already explained. Ramakrishna, I don't know, but I spent a lot of time in the project section. Okay. If you have some project experience, we need to put college project. I have some. Yes, you see, all of you need to put college experience, college project. I already told. Okay. We did newbie project on Arduino, like light follower and smart grass cutter. Are they good to put in resume? Yes, Swati, you can put that. Okay. Having diploma in triple E, sir, is the project also mandatory? Okay, but in your engineering you would have done. Oh, Amal. Okay, engineering you would have done, right? Put that engineering project. Okay. Is it recommended to add hyperlink like LinkedIn, ResearchGate, so in resume? So if so, how it can be added? I think you can just type the URL and press enter. Automatically, the URL will get added. You don't need to worry much. There's some reason. Okay, just type press enter. The MS Word will automatically put a hyperlink. Okay. Can we add publications in resume? Yes, Vaishnav, you can add. Okay, I said, all right. Please feel free. Time and again, I'm asking, right? You're asking me now, so can I add? Now that yesterday I removed everything, right? Only skill plus project is a resume. Now you guys are coming back. So can I put this? I put here. Don't worry. Okay. What I'm please, that is not much worry. That's not much thing for me. For me, the skills and project are the most important. Okay. Okay. So in which month can I start applying for interviews? Sir? So whenever you are eligible, you are comfortable, you can start applying. Be confident. That's important, right? Then Sesha Sai is asking, so regarding project, we did projects for all the modules, now, sir. While asking interview how to start, means which project should I start first, right? This is a question. If you're doing multiple projects in resume, put the latest one in the top. See, always is reverse chronological order. If you see here, right? I already given this note there. If you see the resume template, right? See, oops. You see here, right? Increase individual agent, right? Okay, I think I did not put that note. Okay, that's fine. So put the latest one on the top. Suppose you've done Linux internals project, put it in the top, then microcontroller project, then data structure project, C project. So you put in the reverse, then college project, like that. So always put in the reverse chronological order. Like how you mentioned your academics, right? You put your top, your highest qualification at the top, right? Same thing with applies for projects also. Okay. Nagaraj, okay. Sorry, Sesha Shai. Is it necessary to add 10th education? Sir, yes, you have to add. Okay, Lopande, again you are coming and contradicting me. What I'm telling, itne saal bar bol raha hu na, hide mat karo. Maybe you have lesser score. I don't know what is the reason you are asking, right? Don't hide anything. Talo. Okay, don't worry. Arigan is selling. So usually I go with Times New Roman, font size 14 for codings and font size 11 for the content is okay. It's okay, Arigan. All I'm telling is Times Roman and Times New Roman and Arial fonts have become very common, right? These days, so many new fonts have come up and all, right? For example, Open Sans, right? Amazing font. Thoda differentiation lane ke liye I'm telling, that's all. But if you're comfortable in Times New Roman, do it, no problem. Okay. Okay. Saujanya is asking, there's a process to increase any our course percentage. Ask them to check Google. One of my friend did that in our engineering. He had only 56%, but for doing PhD, they required 75%. See, in our course, right, you can retake the module test. It's there in the placement eligibility document also. If you wanted to basically retake it, right, you can do that and try to increase your percentage, okay, or score. You can retake the module test once we allow that. Repeat the fonts, Sai, I had told, right? Okay. Then Dhruv is asking, sir, I completed BTech in 2019 and MBA in 2022. Then I worked for 1 year in sales. Now, while applying for the company, if they mentioned that pass out year 22, 23, then should I apply? Yes, you can. Because when I say the year of pass out, it is the latest degree, whatever you've done. Whether it's a MTech, BTech, MSc, doesn't, PhD, doesn't matter. Which was your latest year of pass out, that you need to refer. For example, if you are a MBA 2022, right? Any company is asking for 2022, you can apply. Not 2023. Don't do that, right? Any company 2022, you can apply. Because that is where you complete your education, you can start applying. Not a problem. Any font size recommended? I think 11 should be fine. I don't know what I given here. You see, let me check here. Font size. Yeah, 10 or 11 should be fine. Okay, 10 is what I given in the template here, right? You can see there. Font size 10, but 10 or 11 should be fine. Okay, if you just want to make it little better for the readability sake. Okay. 1 second. Then Nagesh is asking, while attending interview, shall we need to carry 4 or 5 pages of hard copy in a file? Better carry not a 4 or 5 copy, at least carry a couple of copies. I'll come to that. Anyways, interview topic is now we're starting right today. We'll come to that. Okay. Okay. I mean, for one page to another page, gaps at the end of the page. I don't know what you're referring, Nagesh. Here, I'm not getting your question. Only for career break, I want to tell the 2 reasons. Yeah, go ahead, Mahesh. You can tell whatever the reason you tell 2, no problem. But don't go overboard. That's what I'm telling. Okay. I hear somewhere the companies are using some AIs for shortlisting resume. Is it true, sir? Yashwant, whatever they use, why you should bother? Whether they shortlist using manual, whether you are shortlisting using textual, whatever it is, right? Don't bother. Okay. If you're writing this content, whatever we are talking about, right? Any AI tool also will recognize your resumes are valuable because whatever the keywords it is looking for, your resume will already have it. Okay. Because some people say, right, this search engine optimization, whenever you search in Google, right, the page should come in first page. No matter whatever Google says, right, end of the day, many of the experts say, right, write a good content, Google will rank you. The same thing applies for resume also. Write a good quality resume, right? They will, whether they use AI, they either use manual, doesn't matter. Okay, it will rank well and they will call you, no issues. But but if you put all unwanted information, AI will detect and it will remove. That's all. Okay. Dress code for interview, Rajkumar, very good question. I'll come to that. Be in formals, be presentable, because I'm seeing a lot of feedback from a placement team that, especially when for the physical interview, when they see student come in t-shirt, student come in chappal, they're not clean shaven, right? They don't wear a shoe, or even if the shoe is wearing, it's not polished well, right? Groom yourself and go. Okay, kindly note, right? I don't know. These are all basics, right? Whenever you're going for the interview, right, you should prepare well. And even when you're attending a online interview also, right, ensure the environment is proper. Right? Today I'm a little concerned, right? You saw, right, go and switch on the light, right? The light, the internet connection, right? A comfortable chair, right? Your face should be visible, right? And they're also dressed properly. Your background should be neat, right? You should be taking care of all these things. These are fundamentals, right? I don't need to take a separate session of how to look good in an interview, right? Okay, right? You need to be in a presentable situation. Okay, that's what I would say. Be informals for guys, right? So when we are preparing resume and face some problem with such situation, can I get some help? Can we contact you? So Pooja, I'm given my other responsibilities, I come little away from the students, right? I am not day to day. I'm not able to deal with a lot of operational queries from students. But you can get in touch with us, our placements team, right? They will help you. And if they're not able to handle, they will contact me, and then I will answer, and then I will do that. So my first line of defense is my placement team. You can get in touch with them. Any help you need with respect to resume preparation. Anyways, I'm telling you, they're going to come to you. We'll be conducting workshops and things like that. Right? So Pooja Basma is asking. So when we are preparing resume, sorry, the question is repeated. Shall we need to mention all academic projects and mini major project, even their common project like Arena project, ultrasonic sensor, blind stick project, line following robot, MATLAB project and all? No problem, Nagesh mentioned. The more project you mention, it is going to be of advantages to you. Let me repeat, right? I told multiple times, right? Projects are your USP, unique selling points or unique selling proposition. It's okay, you mention more. No harm. Rather than putting Aadhaar number, passport number, blood group, no, it's any day better. Go and put it. But the important thing is you should be able to answer the ask. That's my point. Okay. Anything for that matter. Okay. Nagesh is asking, if they ask why you are not placed in campus placement, then what should I answer? Whatever the reason you tell. Okay, why you could not clear the interview, why you could not clear the test, right? Basically, there could be skill gaps. In fact, you rather sell Emertxe. I knew that I could not clear because I had some skill gap. That's why I came to Emertxe to skill myself. Can you sell the story? Tell the truth. That's a simple and easy way to do that. Don't put stories. What in my final year this happened. I had a love failure, right? Ladki ne juta maar diya. I felt so. Don't cook up all the stories. Tell the truth. That's the real thing, right? I think again Lakshmi Narasimha is asking how many pages. I already clarified. Pradeep Kumar is asking, as I see, so many companies, so many are freshers, and I am 2013 pass out. So how can I compete with them? See, Pradeep, I think I already told you, right? 70% of them are asking for no era pass out, so you can apply. Okay. So how you can compete with your 10 year younger than your kids? Show your capability, build more project. As simple as that, right? Recently, I think we had a student, right, who achieved a career break after 11 years. Right, 11 years later, she is able to achieve. I think recently one girl, she got placed in L&T, right? She got job after 11 years of career break. It's all possible. Font size and ratio is recommended in resume. There is a reason. I would say ratio, right? Like I've given some recommendations here, right? If you look at the the major ones, right? The titles here also I'm using 10 only. Right? You see everywhere I'm using font size 10 only. You can just stick to 10. 11, whatever it is, right? There's no ratio as such. Okay. And apply your creativity, after the day, right? If you feel a little bit, you can make it look better, right? You can make it look better. I'm happy that somebody is asking about fonts. That means you are particular. They really want to make it impressive, right? Very good. Session, I think I already clarified your question, right? Recorded sessions are not available. Kiran, it will come. Kiran, give us some time because we're still doing our sessions, right? It will come to you. Our team will stand, right? Yes, this is the best option. Okay. Is there any comparison between embedded and VLSI and embedded old technology? Nothing like that. Okay. Embedded and VLSI are very different technologies. First of all, often people, saying that embedded and VLSI, and even sometimes they compare it. Embedded and VLSI job, are totally different jobs. Okay? Your VLSI is more of hardware oriented. Embedded is more of a software oriented. Right? They can't be compared. They're different job roles. They're not old. Okay, they're not definitely not old. Yeah, with respect to when people come and tell I'm in a generative AI, right? I'm in a machine learning, blah blah blah, right? With respect to that, it's still, it might sound like we're a little oldish, right? But all I'm saying is, right, old is gold, right? Even if you say C programming was invented 1970s, right? It's still one of the most versatile programming languages, right? Okay, that's all. So anytime you see a Rajinikanth movie, anytime you see Rajkumar movie, anytime you see Shah Rukh Khan movie, right? It's a hit movie, right? Or anytime you see NT Ramarao movie, anytime you see Chiranjeevi movie, right? It's a hit movie, right? Same thing applies to embedded systems. It's an evergreen domain. You have excellent opportunities. Do not, get overwhelmed with this, all these new age technologies and all, right? Embedded is here to stay. As I told you, I'm told multiple times, I'm not spending time just like that, right? I'm spending time with a lot of insights and day-to-day what's happening in the job market, etc. Right? People are building 25 years, 30 years in the same company, are okay, working with the same company for 25 years in embedded systems. So that's the longevity I'm talking about. Right? Definitely, future looks bright. In fact, it is looking brighter, I would say. And Nagesh is asking, what is better time to attend placements, after the completion of course or after getting eligibility placement? I think I already discussed this in detail, Nagesh, but let me briefly tell you, right? If you ask me technically, as a technical mentor, I would say complete all the modules and then attend. That's going to do a lot of good for you. But unfortunately, I need to tackle with the BP problem, blood pressure of parent, blood pressure of you, blood pressure of your neighborhood auntie who is more bothered about you getting placed. That's why we open up after data structures. Okay. So choice is yours. But if you ask me personally, Jaykumar to Nagesh, what would I recommend? Right? Finish all the modules. Do we need to maintain exact resume that we used while submitting the form when we walk in for a drive? Good question. Good question. Very good question, Babu. Okay, suppose you submit your resume to a placement team, right, and it gets routed to the company. Maybe in the meantime, two weeks have happened, right, or 1 week happened. You added more projects, right? You can carry the latest one with you, and when you are going for the interview, you can request to the interviewer. Request, don't force them. Request to the interviewer saying that, sir, the resume you got from a placement department is little old. In a week's time, I added more project. Can you please refer to this? You can give. Don't force. Ask only in the right. Don't force. Right. Right. You can give. Okay. If a reasonably commonsensical interview, right, he will take yours. So in fact, by even making that statement, right, it's going to be beneficial for you. What are you indirectly telling the interviewer? Saying that, hey, I'm a learner, right? I built something. By the time your resume reached you, and now I'm coming physically, right? In between, I built something. Okay? It's always good. Okay, good to do that. Excellent decision, that help a lot. Yeah, most welcome, sir. Yeah, I think all of you are telling yes. We'll start doing that. Give us some time. Okay. Sir, you said the class will run 6 months, sir. It's been 8 months. The placement is still nothing. Means counting number of placement, right? I don't know what you mean by that, Lokande. See, the course delay part I already explained multiple times, right? When the course delayed by a month or two, right? It is mainly means the mentors want to give more time to you guys, because if you want to complete the course on dot 6 months, we are very happy to do that, right? The mentors are spending more time with you to ensure that you learn, because our idea is not to complete the course in 6 months. If you want to do, if that is our primary goal, we can any day do it. Okay, so we spend more time. They're spending more time means what? Between module to module, they give more time to complete the project, right? That's where it gets more, and that time is also mentors are with you. So kindly don't come back and hit us saying that your course is getting delayed, right? We are not, mentors are not leaving you and going away, right? They're very much with you. So kindly see to it that it is investment on you. Okay, and your placements basically, I do not know which batch you are. Go on, every batch I'm having a data, they're getting opportunities. If you're not getting shortlisted, or if you're not getting selected, go and check how your resume looks, how much your scores are, right? Go and talk to your placement team and then figure it out. Okay, because I can't give an answer because I do not know which batch you belong to. That's why. Tanya is asking where sample. Tanya, I showed here. Again, don't come back and ask me same question. Okay, anyways, I'll send the template once again. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Saurabh is asking one thing I need to add: how we can get some clarity and confidence how the projects are carried in companies, teamwork, individual contribution. How much they expect from a fresher, from an entry-level candidate? Can we get guidance on this? Right? So nothing much. Saurabh, for example, when you talk about a real-time project, there'll be estimation that will be happening. Then for the requirement analysis, they'll give a lot of time, right? And then there'll be teams, different teams will be there: requirement analysis team, development team, testing team, release team, etc., etc., right? That happens in a large scale. The some project team even run into a few hundreds of people, right? Don't bother about that. Okay, but when they're allocating, when they're evaluating you as a entry-level engineer, right, they are going to evaluate you not based on your project, management skills, or rather not you based on your understanding of how the processes work. Okay, kindly note there's a technology and then there's a process. Both you combine, you execute a project, right? Okay, process means what, when we will do what are the milestones, what are the checkpoints, etc., right? Okay, so that absolutely you don't need to worry. right? That is a process point which you'll only learn when you start working on a company, right? When they come to the recruitment here, right, they only check the technical part, okay? Or rather, they may even ask, right, how do you went about implementing the project? That's all. They don't need to worry about, how the teamwork, collaboration, communication, project collaboration tools, right? Did you use Trello? Did you use a Slack? Or did you use a GitHub for a repository? No, not like that. Okay. So technical part is important. And what did you learn? That's what I told, right? What are the learnings and challenges? If you're able to explain, that would be more than enough. Okay. Hope that's clear, Saurabh. Okay. Sir, engineering, I have done internship only for 1 month in Bharat Electronics Limited. Can I add that, right? Vaishnavi, no, Vaishnavi. Okay. Bharat Electronics, what happens, I know. Okay. I have all respect, but don't get me wrong. In my Bola na Kali, right? 6 months you add, otherwise don't add. Okay. So Pooja is selling. Sir, can you upload the recorded video immediately? I missed 5-6 section due to traffic, office timings. It will be helpful for us to upload it. Let me check, Pooja, because my placement team is also. And not only that, what I do generally is that we'll also make some minor edits. Right in the beginning, they put some header, footer, like these videos, right? Little bit they edit. That's why we need some time. When I'll ask my team, because I don't upload, right? I just deliver the session. My team uploads. I'll ask them what they can do, because again, one guy is to edit, the another guy is to pass on to the YouTube channel owner or LMS owner. They'll upload, then the link, right? There are multiple team members involved here internally, but I'll check what we can do about it. What are the general question interviewer asks? I'll come to that, Raj. Anyways, interview preparation probably we'll be able to just kickstart today, like how we started resume preparation yesterday, right? Just we'll kickstart the interview today, then we'll be able to continue tomorrow. Okay. Interview will be online or offline. I already told you, Deepika. As of now, about 55% of the interviews are happening online, 45% of happening online, or even you can say 50-50, right? That's how it is. I discontinue my master's. Shall I include in my resume? No. If you discontinue, don't put. Okay, because you will not have a certificate, right? Don't put. Okay. Abhishek is asking another classic question. Sir, my degree aggregate is 69.94. But some of the companies are demanding 70% throughout the academics. Can I apply for those companies? No. Okay. 69.94, it is not equal to 70. Please note. Okay. Please note. That's not, don't apply. The company gives a range of pass out year. If 2022 is mentioned, can you apply? Yes, you can. See, some company says, right, 2018 to 2022, right? You can apply. No issues. Okay, okay. I am really smiling at this question. Hare Krishna Reddy is asking, right? So, is clean shave is compulsory for a physical interview? Nice question, right? See, often I'm seeing, right, especially the Gen Z, right, you guys, is basically got into the habit of keeping a beard, right? Even as I speak, Virat Kohli, right? As I speak, good amount of our cricketing players, right? They keep beard, right? Beard, mustache, or whatever, right? My point is, if you have a habit of, see, for example, just for the interview, if you have a habit of keeping a beard, right? Just for the interview, shave and go, right? But what I'm saying is, right, if you're keeping a, and similarly, some will have a reverse, right? For example, they'll have a habit of keeping a beard but not a mush, right? And vice versa, right? Okay, whatever your regular way of looking at, right, you keep it. But all I'm saying is look neat. Suppose you have a habit of keeping a beard, groom it, trim it, and go. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Nobody is going to reject you because you have a beard, right? But ensure that your beard means trim, because you can see, I see many of my colleagues in my office, right? Especially because in my generation, in my home, right, having a beard is not allowed, right? In my school, college days and all, right? Even my family, right? They're like quite strict. No. That's why I have a habit of this clean shave, right? So that's fine. What I'm saying is, like, if you have a habit of having a beard, right, ensure that you're trimmed. That's my request. Okay. Nice question, by the way. Hare Krishna Reddy. So, okay, Abhishek is asking, the main problem is about department. As a biomedical engineer, I got rejected during the interview, as most of HR will not be aware of what exactly biomedical engineering is. I get your point, Abhishek, because even though Even though biomedical engineering, if you look at logically, right? I understand. I even checked with our teams also in the past. I even closely discussed this topic with some of our students. Some of the, if you look at the syllabus of ECE and biomedical, right? It looks pretty much similar, right? Only here and there some subjects are there, right? Similarly, students also tell mechatronics, right? So mechatronics often, mechatronics will have a lot of electronics, right? Than mechanical, right? But yeah, some mechanical subjects are there. So, like how you are going to use electronics to control your mechanical part of it, right? For example, that's what the key story of electric vehicles is all about, right? So I don't think you should be worried now because you are under the umbrella of Emertxe, right? I don't think that will definitely, yeah. In the open market, if you make this statement, Abhishek, I agree. I completely with you. The same formula applies for the mechatronics students also, because in some of the past monthly meetings, one student specifically asked, "So I am from mechatronics. I am from mechatronics." Many people don't understand my branch itself, right? I understand, right? But here, when you're going through the umbrella of Emertxe, you will not have any problem. Don't worry about it. Okay, don't, because we are placing mechanical and civil students, right? You will not have any difficulty in that. Okay, because as I already told you, because of branch, right? Nobody get a major disadvantage. Companies come here to hire for the skills, right? So definitely they will understand. Okay, I don't see any issue. Don't worry about it. Just, I understand your past experience. Just come out of it. Okay. Nagaraj is asking, sir, we will get placed like a fresher or experience using the project in resume. This is a good question. Okay, this is a very good question again asking, right? So if you see, I don't use the word called fresher or experience, right? I use a word called entry level engineer. Okay, because this can be asked by experienced people. So I'm having a 2 years of experience in Java application development, right? How will they consider, right? My answer to all of them is, right, you will be considered as an entry level engineer. Okay, and that experience, whatever you are having in your project, that is the reason why they come and recruit. Okay, that's the reason why they're giving an opportunity, rather than you being a pure fresher and your resume looks how I was explaining yesterday, right? 95% of the information is not a relevant information. Compared to that, when your resume looks with, let's say, 6 to 8 projects, right, it looks far more impressive. So that's why they come here, right? So it's not about fresher or an experience, it will be more of an entry level person. That's all. Okay, because of why when they say entry level person, they don't need to train you again. Rather train you a lot again, right? You will be deployed into the project faster. That's advantage. Okay, hope that's clear, Nagaraj. Shreya is asking, so do we have to clear all the eligibility tests? Will mock interview be conducted online or offline? How many times can we ask for mock interview in Emertxe, right? Shreya, there's a document, right? I already explained this. Probably you're coming today and asking this question, right? In the first day, I ran through the eligibility document. I'll share it once again. Please go through. Okay. Then Rajkumar is telling, actual year of password is 2019, but I completed and certificate as an year of password is 2020. Probably could be due to backlog, if I'm not wrong, Rajkumar. So whatever is in the paper, you maintain that. Your year of password is 2020. Okay, because your document says that. As simple as that. Okay. Most of the companies doing offline entry or online entry. Prabhakaran, I already clarified, 55-45. Okay. Sir, can you please tell me about embedded machine learning, okay, or embedded AI, right? See, this is very simple, I'll put it across, because this also, I don't know why today the question has been answered in a monthly meeting or a Disha workshop. One classic question people ask is, sir, will AI coming in, will it take away my job, right? Okay, or rather, right? So let us just step back and understand what is this AI or machine learning all about, right? See, I'm no expert. I'm trying to read up on that. But what I understand by my limited learning online, by talking to some other people, is very simple. You have a set of data, right, and you build a mathematical model, right? The mathematical model is well defined. You feed the data into the model, and you get some output, some insights out of it, right? For example, I'm having all the students' data into this whatever whomever is attended for the 4 days, right? I feed it into a model, and then I wanted to predict, right? Or I wanted to predict, saying that who is the most engaged student, right? Who is asking more number of questions, who has been very attentive throughout the session, right? And then I'll also predict based on that. I'll also come up with a prediction saying that the most engaged students tend to get placed in premium companies. just giving an example, right, as a model, right? So this is what machine learning is all about. So what is it? There's a data, there's a model, there's a prediction, right? So this is what is happening, right? For example, I think let us quickly check what's happening in the World Cup, because Bengaluru match, right? Last match it was unfortunate. Pakistan won against New Zealand because because of rain. Oh, I think New Zealand is on the course of winning. Looks like 171 Sri Lanka all out, and New Zealand is 84 for no loss. Right? I think they will win. They should win. I guess New Zealand is a much deserving team to go to to the semi-final. Right? The point I'm trying to say when cricketing is that by saying by putting all the data in the past, right, saying that this is how the teams have been performing, then you say Rohit Sharma will score a century, or you will say, for example, Virat Kohli will do a 50, right? So that is the prediction part of it, right? So there's a data, there's a model, there's a prediction, three things, right? Now, where does the embedded systems comes into picture, right? So embedded systems in the machine learning comes into picture, where embedded systems becomes a source from where you generate the data. For example, I'm building a image recognition solution, right? I'm generating a lot of images and trying to compare, right? So based on computer vision, what they call, right? So my embedded system, let us say, it is capturing certain images, whether it could be in a it could be in a public domain, like smart city, or it could be some access control system like authentication, all right? So that your embedded systems becomes a source where the data gets generated, right? And similarly, sensors, right? IoT also, right? The sensors are the one where the digital data comes in. So this data gets fed into the model. So that's why I tell, right, because the machine learning or the AI is coming to picture, a combination of embedded systems and machine learning is creating more opportunities. Okay. So in the areas like computer vision, in the areas like in NLP, right, natural language processing, right, voice-based processing. Suppose I am taking a sample, voice sample, right, from a voice device, an embedded device, right, from that I'm feeding in, right. So all those things are coming in mainly because of the embedded systems plus AI/ML combination. Hope that's clear. Okay, just introduction. Good. I'm happy that some questions, a variety of questions are coming up. Yes, Shwant. Hope this is clear, right? Okay. Okay. All right. So let us go up. Okay, I'm coming down one by one. Where did I leave? Okay, Vishnuvardhan is asking, present all companies using ATS to scan resume for hiring. So here it is also same. No, I don't think. See, when it comes to our placements, right? I don't think we send it through a Janta. See, any automated system which scans the resume, right? I don't think for our recruitment it happens, because we share the tracker manually. We send the resumes as a zip format to the company, right? I don't think they will apply any ATS on top of it, right? They will go through it and then they will see that and then they will tracker and then call. I don't think they apply anything because the numbers are also less. Right? The numbers are not in few tens of thousands where they need to run an AI or ATS on it, right? Our numbers will be what? So few tens or few hundreds. So that anyways, you don't need to worry about it. Okay. So I have done TNEB GIS internship for 1 week. Arey yaar, Rajkumar, 1 week and all, don't put here. Come on. Okay, leave it. Can entry-level engineer get package above 7 LPA? Why not? Right? All our students, whatever you are seeing, right? It depends on the company. Right? If they're paying, if you see the skill level, you can get it. Why not? 7 LPA is definitely possible. Okay, in placement mails, they not mention the job role, or if Asif is asking, that's a good question. So when it's a job role, it is going to be a a development engineer. Development also, are you going to be low-level developer, middleware developer, application developer? Are you going to be automation test engineer? Are you going to be an integration engineer? These are various roles that you play. Okay. So when we, by the way, it's a nice question, Asif, right? We ask this question to multiple placement companies, right? See, they say we have opening in more teams, right? So depending on how your student perform, we will be allocating them to appropriate departments. For example, when the company, like say for example NXP, or when I say earlier Robert Bosch, right, Continental, right, especially bigger ones when they come, or even a middle one comes, right? When they come here, they will have openings in all the roles. Okay. So what they do is when they come and recruit our students, right, they will recruit them. Then they would have taken some notes during the interview, right? Then they'll allocate the roles. So what we tell, what they say is that even the HR, when you speak, the HR says we will not be able to commit the roles. All we are telling is we will be an embedded engineer. Inside embedded systems, you will be a development engineer. You will be a, again, developer means 3-4 type of developer, or will be tester, right? Or will be integration role. We will not know. In fact, we will not be able to commit. Okay. We also tell, right? See, when you go to a company, first of all, get into a appropriate domain first. Embedded system. That's our goal. Right? Role change, it can be worked out. For example, I don't know why this time the question has not come, right? People have, let me also ask this question. People have this opinion generally when I speak to them, right? They have 2-3 opinions. Let me make some statements of it. Testing job is boring job. Okay? Testing job is an inferior job. Testing job does not have a future associated with it. Testing means traveling in a general compartment, whereas development means traveling in an AC compartment. Okay. Do you have any of these opinions? Can I get some response? Any of you? Can I get some responses? Okay. Agree? Yes, no. Especially about testing. Okay. No, says Arihan, right? Can you get some responses? When you use the word testing, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So my request is, right, I don't know why this question is not come. Typically in every Disha workshop, right? My question is, right, any role, it's a role. Okay, for example, I don't like this finger. Can I chop it off? Right? I don't like the shape of my nose. Can I chop my nose? Right? So please don't do that. Okay. Okay. So do not get into that opinion. Okay. Don't get into that kind of an opinion, right? Role wise, that can be changed also. So, for example, I started off my career as a test engineer. I told multiple times in monthly meetings and shouts. I started as a test engineer and then moved on to development. It's all possible. Okay, role can be worked out by talking to your manager, performing your current role very well. Right, they'll help you. Okay? Don't bother about it. Role, same thing I'm telling to all of you. Bother about the domain. Don't bother about the role. First, get into the domain. And similarly, some student will be particular domain. No, sir, I want to only go for EVs. I want to only go for robotics, right? Don't bother. I want to only go for automotive. Don't be like that. Get into the embedded job first. So there are two things, right? One is embedded job, and then which domain you are getting, which role you are playing. I'm telling first is domain. Sorry, first is the domain. Sorry, domain. Yeah. Then vertical. Vertical means what? Automotive, robotic. Then role, right? I say focus on domain first. Then the vertical and the role you can work it out later. Okay? Not an issue. Okay. Okay. A lot of questions are there. Let me just see. Okay. Few more questions are there. RG, yeah. New Zealand will win, says Banu Prakash. Hope so. Okay. I am betting for that. By the way, I'm a really passionate cricket watcher, right? I used to play in my school days, but even though anything happens, cricket scores should keep coming. I worked for 6 months in one company and 7 months in another company. 2 companies are related embedded domain. In this experience, I can add my resume or not. If I add this experience, will it be any impact? No. Please add. No, Manasa, please go ahead and add. Where can I practice more technical questions? So, Hare Krishna, see, whatever mentors are given, the materials of LMS should be good enough. Okay, if you practice that itself is more than enough. You don't need to do anything extra. Okay, hope it's clear. Hare Krishna. So, for below average resume student, what do I do to make self-employed top company? Work on more projects, Rajkumar. Okay, build 10 projects, right? Okay, this ordinary average, it's all in the brain. Okay, I don't believe any of you are average, below average, and all of it very smart. It's just that if you ask me, right, you're not got the right mentoring. Okay, I always believe in that. I tell my teams also, don't come and complain me the student is like the student. I don't believe in that, right? I don't believe that somebody is intelligent, born intelligent. I'm low average, below average. This is all nonsense according to me, right? Okay, it's all about our focus and effort and commitment. That's what and by the way, career is a long game. Okay, very, very long game, right? First of all, come out of that mindset. All of you are very smart, very intelligent. Just put your effort, build more projects, right? We will come out of it, Rajkumar. We need to upgrade our knowledge time frame. Yes, that's what I mean by okay. Localization. Suppose there are 2 companies. One is a startup and another is MNC. Then which company to choose? Startup salary is high and Salaries, MNC salary is low. Okay. First of all, this is what I don't like, Lokande. Okay. This is really what I hate. Okay. You guys choose a company based on salary. Okay. Time and again, I tell people that do not choose a company based on salary. Okay. I already also told, right? Do not, when the job application comes, right? When you click and see, do you really bother to click and see what the company does? Right? Straight come down in the application, job application, go in our Google group, see the salary, this is the year of password, close. Chennai close. Less than 4 lakhs close. Don't do that. Okay. Do not judge the book by its cover. Do not judge a company by its salary. See the role. See what the technology that your company is working in, right? I have an umpteen number of examples, and I'll tell you, right, any day I vouch for a small and medium companies where you get great learning and great career growth. I've seen all sort of companies in my career, right? So do not get into that. Do not go by the salary. Click the link. Lokande, do this exercise. I'm telling many of you, right? Do this exercise. That is next to tomorrow onwards, right? Any job application come, whether you apply, don't bother. Just read through the website of the company, then you'll tell me. You'll get a totally different experience. Okay. So who is this here? ZVV, ZVZ, BSB, ZHS, right? Okay, I don't know. You're asking some question. Put your name properly, then I'll answer. Bhagesh is asking, I had my first and only arrear in engineering my last semester, due to which I ended up taking 4.5 years to finish engineering. Will it become a negative point for me if I honestly admit that I failed due to my time management issue in the interview, right? That's okay. As I said, that is not a big deal, Bhagesh, right? Okay, you just said I had some, backlog. I clear. That will come later point in time, not in the beginning, right? See, I'll tell you, we had, I had some, as I said, I used to directly coach. I have students who had 8 supplementary, 10 supplementary, and they are phenomenal programmers, phenomenal students I had, very bright. Some of the academic system did not suit them, or they're not, as I said, they're not given the right guidance and motivation, because of which they didn't score. So it's okay. So whatever is the reason, just tell. I don't think that will be too much of an issue for us, right? So thanks for giving score update between the session. Let us see what is the latest score. Oh, New Zealand lost 1 wicket now, 86 for 1. They need another 86 runs from 37.4 overs. Okay. Who got out? Okay. Vishnuvardhan is asking, my diploma final year, I have done 6 months industrial training in TRT, RANSCO, Karimnagar. Shall I keep this thing in resume like internship? Yes, you can say 6 months is fine. Okay. Kane Williams has come. 2 wickets. 2 wickets gone, right? Devon Conway got out, and Rachin Ravindra is also out. Okay. Anyways, I think they should win. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Satish. Oh, how many questions are there? My God, still so many questions are there. Okay, let me see. Almost we are today more than expected. Questions are there. Okay. Okay, does Linux device driver development part of embedded software development? Is it one of the example you told domain specific? Yes, see, device driver is there in every device that you can think of, right? Yeah, it is definitely part of, whenever you're writing any device, once your hardware is ready, device driver is one of the early activities that you do. Yes, it's very much part of embedded systems. How to handle job pressure, sir? Whether cool like Dhoni or aggressive like Kohli. Chetan, it's all about your passion, yeah. If you are passionate, you will not take it as a pressure. You will enjoy it. Okay. Does the age matter for entry-level job? No. Okay. Shubham, no, it doesn't matter. Okay. How to convince the recruiter my underperformance in previous experience intern, right? There is a reason. No, tell the truth. That's all. Tell the truth. Whatever the reason, why your performance is less. Tell the truth. How to choose some domains, right? We are not an electronic student, so whatever comes and take it. That's what all the companies are coming, right? Basically, all the companies are coming is an embedded domain company, right? Apply for that. Right? So can you tell us what's going on in session between 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Miss that part, your office timings, please tell in brief, right? Pooja, it's very hard, Pooja, right? I finished it. Watch the video, then you'll understand, right? Is it better to apply for jobs from Emertxe, or we can also try out? This is a very important question, Shubham, right? Because I'm also seeing, right, students are applying, they're all applying from outside. Also, it's nothing wrong. You can apply from outside. In fact, we have many students who study with us. They apply through Emertxe also. They apply outside also. But with the skills, whatever they gain here, when they go to the outside interview also, it's beneficial only. Okay, they get selected and they come back and tell us, sir, you've given me some, 10 chances I could not clear, but I applied, I got a chance, but I cleared. But there also they asked whatever whatever I studied here only, right? That they tell. Okay, so if you're applying outside, go ahead, no problem. Okay, no problem, right? So so Vishali is asking, sir, if you got less marks in module test, will you allow for high packages? No. Okay, because companies will ask, no. Shortlist, no. There should be some merit, right? Okay. Okay, it's about companies. They allow, they will allow, but generally they won't. Okay. So then we have one more. Okay. Yeah. So Panu Prakash is okay. Even if scores are less during the course and later, if you improve the subject, will they check my present knowledge or will they stay? See, scores once you got. Okay, but we give an opportunity to appear once and clear. If you can do it, that's great. Okay, but yeah, see, that's not going to be the only thing, right? If you score well, if you're preparing well, you will get a better what do you call it? Do better in the interviews, right? You can keep improving. Okay. Okay. Then okay, guys, I think still questions are rolling in. I'm almost 7. Let me see how much I can take. I was already with an offer letter but didn't get joining letter. So in this gap, I'm doing Emertxe course. What if I place in Emertxe? Then do you need to join for Emertxe placement? It is your choice, Shivangi. Okay. In fact, I had the same challenge when I started my career. There was a recession, then I had an off-campus job. Then my on-campus, whichever company came, they came, but they came after 8 months. By the time I got 8 months experience in my current company, so I didn't go. It's your choice. Okay. But given that you are interested in the core domain, you come here, you try to get a job through our placements only. Okay. Sir, why are high packages not coming now? Vaishnavi, see, high package, that depends, Vaishnavi. If you ask me, I already clarified multiple times in the day one onwards, right? Qualcomms and NXPs are all on hiring freeze. Okay. But yeah, we are getting Boeings, we are getting LGs, right? We are getting Celsius, which are, I would say, definitely, are high paying companies. You should attempt such companies, right? Okay. I will put it like that. Okay. I think, guys, I think still questions are, pouring in. I think I'm not able to answer last 3 or 4 questions, guys. I need to stop here because, it's almost 7, right? 6:59. Classes will begin and the evening, these things are there, right? So I would like to pause here. Okay. So some questions, if you're not answered, I suggest you guys come tomorrow and then answer that. Okay. So with that today, we are wrapping up. If you honestly, I didn't expect so many questions, but I don't want to discourage. That's why I did not stop it. Even though we finished the resume preparation, I want to get started with interview preparation today as per my plan. It's okay, no problem. Tomorrow we have 2 hours, right? We can cover tomorrow. So thank you very much for all of you joining, and always pleasure to ask to see so many questions, right? I hope I answered all of them. In case some got missed out, I see some of them which I couldn't answer, right? Please come tomorrow and type it once again. I'll be able to answer them. So tomorrow we'll get started with how to face technical interviews, how to face HR interviews. So both we should be able to wind up by tomorrow. Okay. So thank you very much. Quickly, can you share me feedback? Can you share the feedback? How was the session today? Okay, Lokande is telling thank you, sir. He's telling 2 claps and 1 flower was. Thank you, Lokande. Others, can you share me how was the session today? Good session, right? 100 marks says Sanji. Good session says Pooja. Helpful says Anusha. Great says Swapnil. Can I get some more responses? Thank you, sir. Well explained, sir. As usual, says Uma Mahesh. Full love eyes, Abhishek. Great, interesting, sir. Impressive, sir. Very useful, good session, good and informative. A lot of things coming, entertaining and informative. Okay, yeah, sir, you're selected. Right. Okay, see, this topic also I can make it interesting. No, otherwise, bad ke bore ho jayenge, right? Great session, feeling confident, eagerly waiting for tomorrow's session, informating, and please reply for unique question only. Yeah, I understand, but what to do, right? If I don't answer all the questions, guys will feel disappointed. So I strike a balance, right? That's why I don't leave any question, right? That's my principle. Thank you very much. Interesting to know all the tips. Very informative. Thank you, says Prashant. We have a lot of pressure, so we asked so many questions. Thank you, sir. I have a lot of patience. They say, I understand, Vishnuvardhan, right? Your pressure, useful and interactive sessions, says Pooja. Okay, great, guys. Okay, solid. See you then 7 p.m. tomorrow. Sorry, 5 p.m. tomorrow. Right? Hopefully, New Zealand will wins by then. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye.